Hi, this is Greg Johnson with resourcesforlife.com, and this is a video response to Ruth, who wrote in with a question about lost emails and what to do about that. Well, let me back up a little bit and talk first about email service providers. As you know, some of the popular ones would be Yahoo, Hotmail, Gmail, MSN, which basically uses Hotmail unless you're using the MSN Butterfly to get to your email. And these are a variety of services that are out there. Theoretically, your email should be on the servers for those respective companies and backed up. Hopefully they're running backups and they could restore their computers if anything went down. Your emails would be protected by their backups. But sometimes things happen. I've heard of people who maybe didn't use their account and somehow it might have lapsed, or possibly deleted emails inadvertently and want to get them back. So you can't rely 100% on these companies for your only source of backup for your emails. There are probably some that are more reliable than others. I would say that I've heard of a lot of problems coming up with MSN email. If you're using the MSN Butterfly to get into your email, there's a feature that theoretically allows you to save your messages on the MSN server. But the problem with that is that sometimes the MSN files on your computer can get corrupted, and if those files on your computer get corrupted, then you're going to have to delete them and start all over again. And there also can be problems in synchronizing between your computer and the MSN server. So probably a better route to go would be to use Outlook Express or Outlook. I think Outlook Express probably is the least likely to have data corruption and lost files. And it's the easiest, I think, to integrate with MSN. With Outlook, you need to have, there's an Outlook Connection Manager, some sort of Outlook connection software that allows Outlook to check your MSN messages. But in any event, whatever email system you are using, it's probably a good idea to use a client program, if for no other reason than just to have a good backup of your emails. So what I mean by that is you would get a client program. I mentioned Outlook, Outlook Express. There's also Thunderbird. If you're on an Apple computer, there's Apple's Mail program. So those are a few to consider. And you want that client software to log in, get all your messages, and save them on your local hard drive. Even if you don't use that software to send and receive messages, if all you do is use it as a method of backing up all your emails, then that's fine, you know. Now, some people like to use an email client because maybe it has a better spell check or better interface, or it's easier to search and sort and archive and put things into folders. And most email clients offer email rules and a bunch of other features that make them a better way to go when managing your email. But for some people like to just go ahead and use the online services like Gmail or Yahoo or Hotmail. You just go to any computer, get on the web, go check your emails. It's taken care of. But anyway, as a preventative measure, if you're concerned about losing emails, I would say get an email client that's reliable and that's been around for a while. The only unreliable one I know of is the MSN Butterfly. I've just seen so many problems with that. People losing messages, messages not getting delivered, messages not getting received. So anyway, if you've recently lost a lot of important messages and you think that MSN might have been storing those on your computer, then it's probably worth the effort to investigate that a little bit. because it's true that MSN, the little MSN Butterfly software, there's a feature in there that allows you to save your messages on your local hard drive. And what that does is it creates kind of a duplicate, a mirror image of your inbox is out there on the MSN server, and your inbox is also stored on your computer. Sometimes that connection can get broken, so it looks like all your messages are gone when maybe they're still in the computer somehow. But anyway, that's basically an introduction to email management, particularly with regard to this issue of making sure that you have backups of your emails, which really is important these days anymore. It's your invoices, your receipts, important correspondence, kind of everything's in email. Pictures, most people have all of that stuff either duplicated in their email, or maybe the email is the only location for those files. So I hope that helps. And just to recap, to make it simple, to go back to try to recover things, that's difficult. If you've been using the MSN Butterfly, you might get a technician to take a look at it just to see, but proactively looking ahead, I would recommend going with something like Gmail, because the other services like Yahoo would charge you $20 a year to have what's called POP Access, and POP Access is what allows you to check your email messages using an email client, whereas Google is free, and I found Google to be pretty reliable. So that's basically it. Hope that helps. Bye.